This is episode number 911 of the InnerFight podcast. This week, I bring you what happens to your body when you do CrossFit every day. Some of you might be thinking this, especially if you're part of our mainline class. Should I go every day? Should I go 2 or 3 times a week? What will the effects on my body be? Well, they're quite simple, really. Now, what you have to understand, however, is the intensity at which you work out kind of has to be adjusted to your goals, to where you're at in your fitness journey. So that's the opening part of this, and maybe the preface you could say, is that you have to know what you want to achieve from coming to class. Yes, you can come to class every day. Example of this is my wife, Holly, comes to InnerFight classes every single day, mainline class every single day, 5 days a week. She also comes sometimes on the weekend, mainly on a Saturday, pretty much every Saturday actually, so 6 days a week, and has been doing so for a number of years. However, she tweaks, shall we say, the intensity and the approach to the workout based on how she's feeling from the day before. Therefore, if the day before has really taken its toll on you, you need to dial the intensity down on the next day. That's something that I think people don't really do enough of. So what happens actually to your body? Well, number one, we get pretty good muscle adaptations. That can happen in 2 different ways, or the effect of muscle adaptations, what they are, could be 2 different things. We could see increased size of muscle if we've combined it with a really probably focused eating plan, I would say. But more common, we also see increased strength of the muscle. And that's really what we're focusing on and what we want. We also, because our classes have a strength piece and a cardiovascular piece, a conditioning piece, we see a great increase in cardiovascular fitness. This actually comes a lot faster than we see the muscle adaptations coming. Muscle takes a long time to build, and it also takes quite a bit of time to build the strength in the muscle. However, cardiovascular adaptations happen a hell of a lot faster, and you will feel the impacts of these in daily life, in your chores of daily life. Things like going up and down the stairs. You will get better at going up and down the stairs. You will get better at playing with your kids. You will get better at carrying the shopping bags from the grocery store, except not in Dubai, because people make people do that for them, which is terribly sad, to the car and unloading it from the car and putting it into your house. The third thing that's super important that you can expect to see is metabolic changes. We can see changes in how your metabolism is behaving, which is really, really important. Don't get too carried away. However, you will be burning more calories. In simple terms, your body will be functioning at a higher metabolic rate, which means it will use more fuel that you're putting in. For some people, this means that they'll put more fuel in, and therefore, if they put too much fuel in, then they probably won't lose too much weight, if that's the goal. However, we do see changes in metabolism, which is obviously very cool. We also see quite a few changes in the strength, and due to the changes in our metabolism, we see changes in the strength and also the function of a number of our key organs. Yes, cardiovascularly, we see our heart working a bit better. We see our lungs working a bit better. We see a lot of the other organs working a bit better as well, because we are, in simple terms, we are moving things around the body in a lot more productive way than we are when we're not training in a structured and consistent way. Therefore, we feel a lot better and we become a lot healthier throughout all of our organs, which is super cool. There are a couple of things I have to not warn you about, but I touched on them at the start. If you're training super hard every day, then you are going to have challenges in recovery. Therefore, it's super important that we balance your training with what's happening in your life. By that, I mean, if your professional life or even your personal life is super stressful, then having a really stressful workout, even though for some people it's a de-stressing time, will only add more stress to your body and mind. And therefore, it can reverse all the positive effects that I spoke about. So just be a little bit careful about how you're recovering. And recovery techniques, things like good food, good hydration, good sleep, and low stress are super important. If you're not getting those, then the efficacy of the CrossFit program will be a little bit lower. They are some of the things you can expect to achieve, feel, look and see as well. Your body will start to change shape with those muscular adaptations if you were to come to our classes 5 times a week. If that doesn't work for your schedule, speak to one of the coaches. If it doesn't work for your body, definitely speak to one of the coaches, and the guys will help you to figure out how many times a week maybe you should come and take part in the program. Hopefully that was useful. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you next week.